I was born in LA, and I came to Hong Kong for like high school, primary school, learned Chinese, and then I went back to LA for my college. And then I joined a singing contest in Hong Kong, and I won. Very lucky. And at first I didn't think I was gonna do movies at all because I don't know how to act. And Beast Cop is my first movie.
我睇到你有燈先上嚟咋，佢去澳門喎，事前又唔同我講喎。哎，帶一份嘢上嚟啊！喂，你有冇幫我揾客嘅啫嚇？有冇掛住我啊？喂，都係簽咗先好咯，唔係一個唔記得。喂，快啲簽翻啊！保單過晒期啦。
They asked me to go casting, and they gave me a long talk, like, you know, just like what we're doing now, and they've taped it on a DV. And they actually changed the character from counselor to what we see now as a, you know, that weird hair girl. That's how they thought, oh, Stephanie's okay, and we want her to be in our movie. And so that's how it happened.
Hi.
你好嘛？
好。
喂，阿 Sir， 幫佢着翻條褲啦，睇蝕晒啊！睇啊！睇我啦！
First day on the set, very strange feeling because I've never been in such an environment, movie making before. And the first day I had to do 2 scenes with Anthony. I was very much intimidated because he's a very good actor. And I used to watch his movies when I was in college and high school. So I was like, okay, so here's Anthony and there's Gordon, very intimidated as well. I don't know what to do. And I received the script right there, and Anthony was teasing me. He was like, oh, Stephanie, you're in big trouble. You have to do like this sex scene and, you know, smoking and cry at the same time. I was like really stressed out. And ended up, I was like, whatever. I just do whatever's on the script, and that's it. That was the first day. I used to have like long hair like now, and they said, Stephanie, you know what? For the image for Beast Cop, we want you to cut your hair. I'm like, okay, this short, and he's like, no, we would like, you know, how we Chinese call it mushroom hair. And for that movie, I cut all my hair. And obviously, the image was, the art director did a great job, and everybody remember that bob hair, mine, and that image. So I didn't even participate in how I'm gonna look and whatever, because the first time you're giving me a chance to act, and I would just do whatever you want.
分咗手啊！
邊間公司啊？
今朝執晒你嚟封咗。
你話佢好掂㗎？
佢仲好掂啊！係我同佢間公司唔掂啫嘛。
啲錢咧？
我咩都冇。
I just visualize. And I'm just telling myself I can't be like freezed to act. So I was trying to get into the mood, and even though I don't know how to smoke, that's a very big problem during this scene. The only thing is, Gordon was telling me, the only thing is, Stephanie, other things are all good, but your smoking part is really bad. I'm like, I don't know how to smoke. Okay, I'll try. Crying, smoking, drinking, you know, acting all together. There's no such formula as how you can act good, because I think it's a very subjective question. But just try to be natural, like go with the flow. And Anthony, he was being very helpful, as I remember. The first day was the first time I met Anthony, and the first thing we do was act together. And I had to find something in him quickly, like right there, to make me go into the mood. So that Anthony is inside me. I visualize him because I don't know much about him. And he is wild, he's funny, and he's great to work with because he know I'm a new actress, and he was like giving me this feeling. I don't know how to explain it though. It's within actor and actresses, and it's all those vibes. And we did actually went for a drink, and when the movie came out, and we were all like happy, happy, joy, joy, and we had dinner. And then I start to get to know Anthony as a non-actor part. So he's fun. He's really fun to be with. Michael Wong, to me, that's the first time we worked together as well. And he's always like a cop type of kind to me inside, you know, that's an image. And to me, I think Michael is more like straightforward, very stiff. I'm on the bright side, kind of guy. But Anthony got more texture in him, and he can be really wild, and it's totally different. The way when I communicate with Anthony and with Michael, we talk about different things, and from each of them, I learn about like different part of men or acting. Since Beast Corp, I have worked with him for another movie last year, and he's always as natural as can be, I think, among directors. He likes really natural acting, and the way he approaches us is also very natural. He's like really mellow guy. He's never a cut. He's just a cut, in a really low voice. And the one scene that I remember quite clearly is the one scene that he told me, Stephanie, everything is good, but your smoking part is really, everyone knows that you don't know how to smoke. So that's the only thing. He would insist on something that he wants, and otherwise you can just do it your way and show him. And I think which is good for both of us, because he will learn about more about actors and actresses, and I will learn more about myself and the director. So it's a very natural approach. I think all the characters, they really stand us out, and everything falls into place. Like it's not only like the actors are really good, or the filming part, the camera person is really good. It's all together, and editing, and is a visual, but visual is good, and also the story is very strong, and the characters are really strong, which supports the whole project. I was holding, who was sitting next to me? I think Anthony's hand in the premiere. I was like, oh my God, this is the first time I see myself in the big screen. And I just don't know how I did, because there's no like, oh, you pass 50%, then you're good. There's no such thing. And I was like, okay, that's weird. I'm acting. And people would tell me, oh, I would really love it, and you did well, blah, blah. But I just don't realize what is good about my acting. I was just trying to do what director told me to do, and I tried to keep the flow going. But as I accumulate my experience, and then I realized how come people would sometimes like Stephanie's acting. Maybe because I just go with the flow, and it's a learning process, and the first time is really freaky. I was very much surprised that I was nominated as a Best Supporting Actress, because I was not in Hong Kong when they announced this nominations. I was on the phone, and my manager told me, I'm like, what? This is my first movie, and I'm nominated? I just can't believe it. And even being nominated, I didn't get the award. I thought I already won something, because it's a big encouragement for me to go into the acting criteria or the movie industry. And I was really happy for all of the nominated or award winners, because they really did a good job, and I really liked the movie myself. If you were really annoyed by the press, then you let them get you. Just whatever. Whatever is my phrase for them. Of course, life could be so much easier if they're not digging in so much. But what can you do? That's the norm. And you gotta know how it works here, and you know the norm, then you try to work around it. And if not, unfortunately, they dig into your privacy, and you just have to let go, I think, because what can you do? The more you resist, the more they're gonna dig in. So I think just everything is whatever, okay, whatever, then what can they do? Good thing is a really small place, and small, everyone knows each other, and you know, hi, there, and they're just running around. They're all in this industry, and is good to go around. Is a good place to start to get to know people, and then to make yourself like be in it. But the bad thing is maybe it's too small, and people are like, they wouldn't really take a chance on some new actors or new actresses as much, and they have, because of the the overseas market and everything. Sometimes it takes a longer time because people are taking advantage of the small place, and all of them go into the market, and then but they're not using them quite simultaneously. So it's hard, it's tough to survive. But if you can just keep your faith, like me, or I'm trying to keep my faith, and hopefully someday a good story and director, and they would give you a chance. My favorite action movie would be Police Story, Jackie Chan. Because I was dragged by a bus when I was 3. The door closed on me, and I got stuck, and then I was outside the bus, and then they dragged me for 3 blocks. I thought, well, I was gonna die, and ambulance and everyone, police, they're all there. And when I saw Police Story, I was like, that's me there. And I can feel Jackie's enthusiasm and his effort trying to carry like the whole scene, and he's just so energetic, and I can feel his heart like burning hard. I would love to work internationally. Actually, I'm going to Iceland for a movie making movie soon, and which is my first step. I would love to work with Anthony Hopkins because I love him. He's so brilliant, and I hope this wish would come true, and I would improve my English, whatever language needed, accent, and I think it would be a different feeling, or a totally different thing to work with a foreigner director, like American or British or Icelandic. So I would like to explore, which would be very, very much fun, I think.